kind of a cool center that way.
Joanne Holloway is a research scientist studying the impact of mining on watersheds for a major U.S. government agency.
It's a really beautiful way to conduct science because it's science that gives directly back to the public.
But Holloway is unable to do that work because she was furloughed 5 weeks ago.
It's a disappointment to know how little security I have.
Curtis Walker is still on the job. The postdoctoral fellow at the National Center for Atmospheric Research, or NCAR, is studying the use of artificial intelligence to better predict road conditions. He says the access to weather information on federal websites has been severely restricted.
And so unfortunately, that's impeding getting access to data to further my research and data analysis.
They're among the many thousands of people working in science across the U.S. who've been affected by the government shutdown and the shuttering of numerous federal agencies.
The vast majority of our funding is from the United States government.
Antonio Busalacci oversees NCAR. He says the inability to collaborate with furloughed colleagues is also hampering the development of new weather models.
Ultimately, that means we're not protecting life and property to the fullest extent that science will allow us to.
Shutdown-created research gaps have been created across the scientific spectrum, says science advocate Dan Powers.
What we're not learning, in some ways, we won't know how bad it was until weeks, months, years down the road.
We're all in the same boat together, so to speak.
And then there's the human side, the human toll of this shutdown. Federal workers are bracing to miss their second paycheck. Many of them have filed for unemployment benefits, but that only goes so far.
It gives me just enough over the course of the month to cover my house and my normal bills.
Holloway dreads the thought of the shutdown continuing.
If this goes into mid-February, I'm in trouble.
Busalacci, whose agency is currently funded until late February, worries the budget impasse could drive talented people out of science altogether.
The message being sent to the scientific community is that work you're doing is not really of value at the highest levels of the nation.
Holloway says restarting scientific research will be a challenge if and when the shutdown ends.
It's going to take a while to ramp back up after this. That's one of the reasons why these shutdowns are so expensive.
Costly, she and other scientists say, in so many different ways. Hendrik, Sybrandy, CGTN, Denver.